crows. A crow, and it sounds like a news story. Researchers have determined that there are some crows that have stopped communicating to each other in the wild. They've gone completely silent. So scientists say they're searching for the cause. They're searching for the cause. The cause. That's it.
That was good.
That's the whole joke.
Okay, Mark. I give you an A on your delivery. That was good. You make it.
That's it. Scientists say they're searching for the Oh. What the heck is... That's like a crash. Hello, everyone. Let's see. First, we are... A nearly 125.
When he got onto the second floor, you would have to go through a metal detector. So he actually charged the metal detector, opened fire without shotguns, struck an officer who was there in the chest, but thankfully he was wearing a bulletproof vest, so he's expected to be okay. He was immediately tackled and disarmed, and that all happened above where the ballroom is.
If it's staged, what do you do with the suspect? You got a guy who's agreeing to go to jail for... Because just so you know, when you do that, it will be subject to extraordinary scrutiny. But there are...
Good morning, Rick. Well, Florence police were out here earlier today, but they didn't go up to his house. In fact, we haven't seen any movement here, so we're not sure if Alan's parents are still here. Neighbors say the FBI was out here late Saturday and then again yesterday, going door to door and asking if they have any information about the 31-year-old suspect. Cole Allen lived with his parents, but neighbors say he mostly stayed to himself. They said they would see him occasionally going to work or school, but they didn't know much about him. Now, according to Allen's LinkedIn page, he graduated from Cal State Dominguez Hills last year with a master's in computer science. He had previously studied mechanical engineering at Caltech and worked at C2 Education as a tutor. He was named their Teacher of the Month back in December 2024. Records show Allen legally purchased some guns over the last few years, but family members reportedly told investigators that Allen's parents may not have been aware that he had those weapons. Neighbors say Allen's father seemed like a nice, normal man.
Yeah.
He was always outside, working in the garage, so he was just waiting. The parents are they're very solid, peaceful, good people.
Law enforcement is now reviewing that so-called manifesto that Allen sent to his family members minutes before the attack in Washington. In it, he apologizes to his parents and to everyone whose trust he had used. Now, as we come back out here live, there is media here from around the world. A lot of attention on this case, on the suspect and his possible motives. Neighbors tell us we don't know much King Charles has no power to decide British government policy, but the pomp and circumstance of the royals is a
Two VOs,
powerful diplomatic
and then a text lower third.
to enjoy it, like President
Yep.
Trump. In Washington, plans are going ahead for a state banquet, and the king will address a joint session of Congress.
Said, why don't you send some trips over? He really didn't want to do it.
The king's visit could help reset the UK's relationship with President Trump, who recently criticised the British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, for his reluctant response to the Iran war. Trump also caused offence here by dismissing British aircraft carriers as toys. We spent time on one of them just last year.
So much of it is what you don't say.
Julian Payne was a communications advisor to Charles before taking office.
These visits are at their most useful when the political day-to-day is a bit tense.
There are also risks for the king in the US that have nothing to do with security. Some American lawmakers are demanding that his brother, formerly known as Prince Andrew, testifies before Congress about his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. That could cause embarrassment. Holly Williams, CBS News, London.
And I'm assignment manager Mark Liu here at the desk. A nearly 125-year-old historic home in South LA has just been destroyed by a fire. SkyCal was overhead for the remains of that home there. You can see it's a lot of white smoke and a collapsed structure. This used to be a two-story craftsman style home built in 1902 at the corner of 12th and Bonnie Bray. And you can see firefighters there putting out the last of the hot spots here on this fire that completely destroyed this structure and damaged the homes next to it as well. Now, this fire started just about 9:30, so about 40 minutes ago, and there were flames shooting through the roof. We have some video that I want to show you shot by someone who was in the neighborhood. You're going to see the intensity. Look at how high these flames are going. 50, 60 feet in the air here. LA City firefighters arrived. They made a valiant offensive fire attack on this home. They said there were actually 2 people rescued from the second story of either the home that was burning here or the one right next to it, because they weren't exactly clear where those 2 people were rescued. They are being taken to the hospital by LA City fire paramedics to be checked out. Hopefully they're going to be okay. But this home apparently had burned before. There is some evidence going all the way back to 2017 with a street view and some satellite images that show that this home had been severely damaged by a fire. It may have never been completely repaired, but now the structure completely collapsed in this fire. And firefighters now finally getting some of those hot spots put out. There's going to be an arson investigation into what caused this fire, but the intersection there, you can see 12th and Bonnie Bray fully loaded up with a bunch of fire apparatus. They're going to be on scene for a couple of hours while they try to sort through the wreckage of this very old home. Now, is there something that you want to tell us here at the desk? You can text it to us directly by using the number you see on your screen, 818-221-2222. Use that number to send information to us here at the desk on something you want us to check into or to share pictures or video. It'll come right to me or a member of our desk team. That's it. I'll send it back to you too. Okay, there was that fire. Chad, hello, how are you? Hi, Justin, how are you?
Good, I gotta turn this around, sorry.
Why?
'Cause I have to.
You don't have to, Justin.
I moved it and forgot to put it back.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
Well, I'll have some soup then.
Go have some soup. That sounds wonderful. Well, Chad, how are you? Sorry I was gone on Friday. Chopper is landing at Van Nuys Airport. And yeah, oh, what's going on here? Why are they going here? Sheriff's Air Rescue is up, heading right into the Eaton Fire burn zone. What are they doing? I hope they're just doing a training mission, chat. There's definitely Sheriff's Air Rescue heading northbound very fast. Right straight into the San Gabriel Wilderness. Hi, Gary. Hi, Omar. I don't know what I'm going to do at 10:30, I guess. I don't know. I guess I should have probably listened to that. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. In North Texas, families in Runaway Bay are returning to homes that are barely recognizable after a powerful tornado passed through the town on Saturday.
I just retired a few years ago. You know, this was a thing.
Roofs are shredded, ceilings collapsed, and walls reduced to nothing but scattered debris.
We actually felt the house split up a little bit, lost half the roof there, lost damage on the inside of it.
In nearby Fort Worth, this woman is seen escaping out the window of her car, which was swept up in deep floodwaters. And in Springtown, Texas, Saturday night, lightning sparked a massive fire, triggering an explosion at this natural gas facility. A 69-year-old woman was killed after a tornado hit a mobile home park near Springtown.
You know, there's no interior rooms, you know, in a mobile home. So it was scary.
With the immediate danger gone, families are now forced to salvage what they can from the debris.
I've lived, you know, out in Texas almost my entire life, and I've never seen any kind of damage like I've seen today.
Now we're standing at a police checkpoint outside one of the hardest hit communities in Runaway Bay, Texas, where greatly limited as crews work to navigate those damaged power lines and tons of debris. At least 20 families have been displaced here, and sadly, all this dangerous
Further
weather
collapse in the main building. Firefighters continue battle flames and initial salvage. LAD traffic control motorists encourage find alternative routes. No number LAFTPIO 10:30 a.m. Okay. Mm. Mm. Jeez. Ugh. Ugh. Suckers. Mm. Mm-mm.
voice that Sarah Mearns brings to the stage. But for years, the New York City Ballet principal dancer struggled to hear and was missing her cues.
I started feeling very, very self-conscious and realizing, oh wait, there is something wrong.
The 40-year-old first noticed the problem very early when she couldn't watch people's lips as they spoke behind masks.
It took me like 2 years to fully like be okay with asking for help.
She was suffering from hearing loss, something that affects roughly 37 million adults in the U.S. Prolonged hearing loss can lead to an increased risk of depression and dementia. People withdraw from social life.
Some of the common signs that might indicate you have some hearing loss is that you're saying what more often, you're having difficulty when you watch television. So usually what happens is your friends are really complaining because they have to repeat things to you. You're not hearing things clearly.
Without telling her fellow dancers, Mearns made an appointment with an audiologist. She now wears hearing aids even during performances here at Lincoln Center and has a renewed passion for her work.
Going on stage and hearing a full orchestra for the first time, it had been like dimmed. It's what everybody else was hearing for years that I was just missing. That like it became a quiet world. It became
Whatever.
this like solitary, dark, quiet world that I just got used to.
Mearns, who has captivated audiences in the Nutcracker and Swan Lake, says she's now enchanted by small things like the chirping of birds outside the theater. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
I'm visually impaired myself, so I have had myopia. I have minus 13 prescription in each eye, and I know how it is.
Okay, that's nothing. No, I don't think so. It's something.
Iran offers to reopen the critical Strait of Hormuz, but the proposal is likely dead with water. I'm Jared Hill with the latest on Real Iran.
Dude, what is that ancient video of what? Wait. The video we used. Oh my god, the video. Wait, I gotta see that tease video. Musk. That video was like from 20 years ago. We just used the oldest video of Elon Musk I've ever seen. How is that possible? Look at this video. It's like him from, he doesn't even look like that. Look at his hair. That's what he looks like now. Oh my gosh. Holy yes. Oh, chopper not flying. Oh, yeah. right, chat, here we go. Yeah, I don't care for her. I find her. Okay, VO and text too. Yeah, good morning, Amber. It was a terrifying scene for one family in Panorama City when in the middle of the night, the father wakes up to hear noises in the family living room, hears footsteps, and then shouted commands to go back into the bedroom or face being shot, all from two home intruders. Now, this is that home. It's on Cedros Avenue in a neighborhood near Plummer and Van Nuys in Panorama City. LAPD says they arrived here just after 10:30 last night after the homeowner there called to say they had just been victims of a home invasion. The father of this family says that they were awoken in the middle of the night by some kind of a noise in their home. So the father went to go investigate. He heard footsteps and then two male voices commanding him and his family to go back into their bedrooms or face being shot. So the family barricaded themselves in one bedroom while the two home invaders apparently got away with jewelry, purses, and cell phones. Now, unfortunately, the families told LAPD officers they never got a look at the suspects. They never actually saw them, only heard their voices, but they sounded like two men. So it's unclear what those two men looked like or even how they got away. But the homeowners, thankfully, say no one in the family was injured. LAPD now working with them to do a report on the home invasion. Hopefully, find some evidence to track down who those two people that broke into that home this morning were. Now, is there something you want to tell us here at the desk? You can text to us directly by using the number you see on your screen, 818-221-2222. Use that number to send us information here at the desk about something you want us to check into or share pictures or video. You send it to that number, comes right to me, remember the desk team. That's it. I'll send it back to you too.
Agents put their own in harm's way. Multiple presidents, the first lady, the vice president, and members.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'm doing the fire. Okay.
Not knowing where the attacker was.
Well, chat, what are we doing today? Anything interesting? No. I went to the Long Beach Aquarium this weekend. That was fun. Took the family there. Saw jellyfish, sharks, manta rays, frogs, things like that. Also went to the Queen Mary. Had something to eat there. That was pretty deserted. I'm not going to lie. There was not a lot going on at the Queen Mary. There was a prom, a fraternity event there, some other event, but mostly that place is deserted and it looks like it does not get a lot of foot traffic these days. But it was nice. My daughter had never been there before, so we saw that. And then I came to work, doing the desk. you know, that business.
Arriving in Russia to meet with Vladimir Putin Monday, Iran's foreign minister blames small negotiations with the US on, quote, excessive U.S. demands.
They can call us anytime they want. Again, we have all the cards.
President Trump is holding a Situation Room meeting today to discuss Iran. Over the weekend, he abruptly called off plans to send senior envoys Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner to Pakistan for a second round of direct talks with Iranian officials.
They weren't meeting with the leader of the country. They were meeting with other people. And I said, we're just not going to do it. Too much traveling, takes too long, too expensive.
Sources tell CBS News that Iran has offered to reopen the Strait of Hormuz without addressing its nuclear program, a sticking point for President Trump. In response, the White House said it will not negotiate through the press. The regime also wants the U.S. to end its blockade of Iran's ports as part of its proposal. U.S. Central Command said Monday it's turned around 38 ships so far.
What?
Further complicating the situation, smoke could be seen rising.
Oh my gosh,
in
goth
southern
yoga.
Lebanon as hostilities between Israel and Iran's proxy Hezbollah continue. That's despite a U.S. brokered ceasefire between Israel
Goth
and Lebanon.
yoga.
Jared Hill, CBS News.
If you've ever had the luck or the opportunity to dive in a kelp forest, they look like a rainforest.
Beneath the surface off our coast, towering kelp forests shelter marine life, protect coastlines, and help pull carbon from the environment.
They are not only hotspots for biodiversity, but they take up and store carbon, which is hugely important right now to aspects of climate change, global carbon budgets.
And kelp does that work fast.
Giant kelp is a brown algae. It is a photosynthetic organism, so it pulls down carbon dioxide out of the ocean water, or maybe even sometimes out of the atmosphere, and it puts that into its tissues to help repair and build its body. It grows up to 2 feet a day, and that massive rate of growth means a whole heck of a lot of CO2 going into the planet.
The good news is that kelp forests are extremely resilient. You give them the right conditions, you take away the pressure, and they can bounce back very quickly, not only rebuilding their habitat, but creating a powerful, natural climate solution that's right off of our coastline.
But those right conditions are getting harder to find. Extreme heat waves, warming oceans, and ocean overgrazing are pushing some kelp forests toward collapse.
Marine heat waves are one of the things, particularly along our coast and going up in the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, and Alaska, are devastating to the kelps.
And once kelp disappears, the damage can snowball.
Anytime a little blade starts to grow up, before you even get big enough, gone. Right? And so the urchins create what we call urchin barrens, which eat everything.
That's where restoration teams step in. Off Palos Verdes, the Bay Foundation and its partners have spent years working underwater to bring these forests back.
We've spent 15,000 hours underwater reducing purple urchin density to 2 per square meter. And since doing that work, which we do on the ocean floor, the remaining urchins get healthier and happier. growth.
And the payoff can come faster than many people realize.
When conditions are right and we do our job, within 3 months, the forest is back.
But the science is clear, and what's at stake isn't just an ecosystem, it's what we leave behind.
You know, the earth is not ours, right? We're borrowing it. Well, imagine if 100 years ago we decided to cut down the entire redwood forest and we never saw it. If we do it now, our great grandkids aren't going to know what a forest is.
Science done well, it gives us an opportunity to objectively find the truth that I don't think any other process that I know of does. And if truth becomes the enemy, then we're seriously deceiving ourselves.
Climate change is going to move forward for decades and get more expensive as we go and harder to do. So we should do it, start today.
Marina Jureka, CBS LA.
Before FaceTime, texting, and cell phones, there was something called ham radio. Unlike a Georgia without a group of students is embracing technology more than 100 years old.
It's just, oh, what? Yeah. Yes. Right, I'm doing fire. Fire for the top of the 11. Is that the top of the 11? That's top of the 11.
These Gen Z teens love their smartphones, FaceTime, and Zoom.
Spotter ID?
Spotter ID.
15. Sure.
But in the amateur radio club, Barton School in New York, students are
Oh,
learning how
it's
to
too much.
picture
Too much, too much, too much, too much.
did 100 years before they were born. 16-year-old Tenzin is club president.
I did not know anything about radio plan. And I hope I put like people that have been communicating like this, I don't know what they get there.
But this is more than a hobby.
Hmm.
Actual weather reports used by the National Weather Service. And if you think ham radio is outdated, club moderator John Hale says think of storms or natural disasters when you can lose cell service.
During emergencies, during Sandy, the police stations went down and they
Yeah.
were using amateur radios to try to keep the system running.
I asked the amateur radio club members to teach me the basics.
Do you have any tips for like how I should read, or you guys have done this before?
So, you know, trying to understand the first.
Good afternoon, this is K2TSG Stroke for Whiskey X-Ray 2 Lima, India.
Head of school Chris Herman says the learning goes beyond the novelty of radio.
I think there's academic value, there's soft skill values, there's college application values, and generally it's just fun.
And it turns out communication is a skill that's timeless.
I'm not really that good at speaking with other people, so this club has taught me like how to speak properly and like clearly.
A lesson that's valuable on and off the air. Michael George, Charlie Bravo Sierra News, New York.
Okay. It's interesting. Nope. Nope. Stargate. Okay. How is assault and soldier different? Uh-oh. Is there a fire? Pudding stone? Is there a fire? That would be bad. No. Okay, I don't see anything. That's good. That kind of scared me for a second. I thought there was a fire.
Hopefully she's had her meeting and knows. Rick.
Oh, he hasn't.
I believe so, and to 8.
All right, cool.
Laura texted him and asked him to use the same mic, so I went to ARB, but they didn't have it, so I'm gonna assume that he has it.
Not.
She also texted him to be over here, so he should know what to use.
What the heck is that? Maybe it was over here. I thought it was over here. Well, I don't know. All right, chat. We're ending this in about 8 minutes. Get this home. Oh, 3 p.m.
Where Route 66 begins.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Oh, I gotta go to my IMD.
Oh my goodness, Jamie.
Got there.
Rick Montanez. I said hello.
Oh, hello, Mark.
Rick, what are you doing here so late?
I IMD a little bit. No, maybe at 11. I think we always do it from there. Appreciate you.
They're ready for Route 66 again. But this time, let's do it in a 100-year-old, what's called an orphan
Who?
car.
What?
1926 Hupmobile. So how many miles does this thing have on it? Who knows?
Oh.
It's been on the dashboard. The old
Rick, how have you been?
Oh, I'm good. There's no fuel
I
rate.
keep my little emotional support prints in my car. So I talk to him every morning. My dearly beloved.
Feel like a third
We are gathered here today.
Was
This thing called life. The anniversary of Prince's death hit me hard this year. 10 years.
it 10 years? Has it been 10 years? It can't be.
I look back. The world, I think, got really crazy after he died. It was like the starting point of the real crazy.
Well, it was
I
2016.
also went through, yes, but like
and it's the
for
carburetor
me
that
too,
appears to be the culprit.
I got divorced 2016.
Ed arranges an
I
Uber
covered
for
President
car
Donald
parts.
Trump getting elected president, and I was in the ballroom.
Tries to enjoy
Then
his
my
first unexpected bump in the road.
aunt died, my grandma died, my stepdad died, all within 90 days. So I look back, I'm like, that time of life was,
Going the way they
and it all started with Prince dying.
The light went out. The light went out when he died.
It was very bizarre.
That's going to be good.
And I'm like, I cannot believe it's been a decade.
Chicago.
And it's very hard for me to believe where I'm at in my life now sometimes. I'm
When
like,
you think about it, a decade, it sounds so like.
so long.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of been I kind of feel like it's all smushed together memory-wise for me. I can't pick out when certain things happened in certain years. It's all like one.
The other thing is,
Pre-COVID and post-COVID.
well,
It is, that's true.
it's been 6 years since COVID.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I look at that was 10 years. Then we had COVID and had to live through all of that. And to say it's like more than 5 years since COVID, like I still have, to me, like life still hasn't fully come back the way that it was before. Like the economy hasn't come back the way it was.
No.
Before. But, like the politics haven't come back to a normal, like.
Yeah. When I think about like what we did in COVID, when I think about like that now, I'm like, that sounds so hard, but somehow we did it. We did it every day. I'm like, I don't remember it being that hard, but it sounds hard.
I had a conversation with my mom the other day because I was traveling, like once I went to George Floyd and they knew I would travel, then I was the correspondent who had to go everywhere.
Oh boy.
And the testing procedures and the quarantine when you got home and all of and I'd be in like New York City, like, oh my God, please do not let me get COVID where I'm going to be stuck in this 300 square foot hotel room.
Right.
So the anxiety and like all of that was so hard. And I had to tell my mom, I was like, I know it was really hard for you being isolated at home by yourself. That was horrible. I'm so sorry. I have empathy around that. And I need you to have empathy. Like, I think you looked at it like I was back out in the world. Like,
Right. Living a good, fabulous life with amazing people.
And I said, I don't know that you've ever acknowledged
Hello.
how hard that was.
Very well. Thank you.
And she was like, no, I didn't. I thought you were like having fun. I'm like, I was having fun? No.
Risking your life for a respiratory virus that would kill you? Yeah.
I'm like, that's how I got burnt out on you.
Can someone tell me where I stand?
No. Next on CBS LA at 11 a.m., new details on the Torrance man accused in the White House Correspondents' dinner shooting. Iran offers to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, why the proposal is likely dead in the water. in that 1 year, it was like nothing had changed because even though we had gotten vaccinated, it then was Omicron, and we then knew that you could get it,
Yeah.
and then it was like this. So I remember being in like, you know, a courtroom with my mask, and it was like, oh my God, we're still doing all this. Like we're still doing this.
The studio was hermetically sealed because it was our backup in the early days of the pandemic. We only used CBS, and the news director was like, we need to seal one down because we really didn't know how the virus was transmitted.
I don't know if you guys know this, but like when New York had to shut down.
Yeah, right. That very early.
On all the work.
Who? What?
The LA
Yes, right. I remember. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I did the evening news
Yep.
every weekend out here.
Because it was one case.